So we'll discuss more, and what we'll have is, we have many devotees here who recently have had, over the recent past, experience of bringing Srimad Bhagavatam into their homes. So, and they have been reading in association with devotees, and what experience that they have had in Srimad Bhagavatam, they will be able to tell. That's fine, that's fine. So, firstly, we'll just do a quick introduction. So, Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he actually said that if all the books in this world are burnt and only this one book, Srimad Bhagavatam, is kept, there will be no loss. So from this statement you can understand the importance of Srimad Bhagavatam. Just imagine, all the books are destroyed in the world, and if only this one book, Srimad Bhagavatam, is kept, there is no loss. It's not an understatement by any means. Especially those who are well experienced, they can tell. And I can certainly vouch for it. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is known as Grantharaj. Grantharaj means it is the king of all scriptures. Now, a very rhetoric question I would ask, you all have children here, is, would we send our children to school without textbooks? Yes?
No.
No. And this is the most important textbook. So the question is, do we have this textbook? The most important textbook. And secondly, if we have it, are we reading it and studying this textbook? Textbook means reading, studying, and living. Now, very nicely Ranganathan Prabhu explained that the mission of Krishna Conscious Movement is to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and other books, and read the books, study the books, and live by the books. So living is the most, why we need these books, so that we can live accordingly. Why do you need textbooks in the school? So that our children can study it, make a career out of it, and live a life out of that career. So if this most important book you haven't got, you've already a big failure. Because we don't know what is to be done, what is not to be done. The third thing I would like to say, because most people actually don't know the difference. Because when we say Srimad Bhagavatam, they say, yeah, no. But actually there is a difference between Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. They're two separate scriptures. Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Bhagavad Gita contains 700 verses. But Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj in the bank of Ganges, when Parikshit Maharaj was scared to die in 7 days. And the question he asked, what should a person do who is about to die? And in answer to that question, Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by great sage Shukadeva Goswami for 7 days. And this is why Srimad Bhagavatam is relevant, because ultimately we all gonna die. And how we can gain victory over death, not to be born again in this material world, that actually would be the measure of success of our life. So Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us how to live so that we can live properly. Living properly means quitting this body to not come back again in the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. And I will just go to this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by Maharaj Parikshit. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So when I went to university. In the university, you know, I got university in Canberra. And when I joined, it was very cold, July time. And there was this subject called behavioral science, the most boring subject you could ever have. And in the winter of Canberra, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I thought, I'll just attend the first week of lecture and the last week of lecture. In the middle, I'll just borrow notes from here and there and I'll go by. So in that same spirit, I'm just telling you one of the last verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Not one, it's from the last canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's spoken by Maharaj Parikshit as to what he gained. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Rajo Vacha. Siddhosmi Anugrihitosmi. Siddhosmi Anugrihitosmi. Bhavata Karunatmana. Bhavata Karunatmana. Shravito Yacha Me Sakshat. Shravito Yacha Me Sakshat. Anadinidhano Hari. Anadinidhano Hari. Anadinidhano Hari. Parikshit Maharaj is saying, Siddhosmi, I'm grateful because Siddha, I have attained full success. So if we want to attain success, this formula we have to follow. How that success came? Anigrihitosmi. He says, because you have been merciful to me. What was that mercy? Bhavata Karuna Atmana. That Bhavata, your good self, is speaking this to Shukadeva Goswami, who spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to him, that you were very merciful to me, Karuna Atmana. Shravito Yachame Sakshat. You spoke, and I directly Sakshat heard. And what did I hear about? Anadi Nidano Harihi, the Supreme Lord Hare Krishna, who has no beginning, no end. And thus, just by hearing about him, I attain perfection. So guess what, Prabhu's and Mataji's? Simply by hearing about Srimad Bhagavatam, we all also will get perfection. Therefore, this book is very important. And I'll end here, and I'll invite a few devotees who have recently got Srimad Bhagavatam. Recently, I mean last 2 years or so, and they have, imbibed that in their lives. So, can I, Mahavai Mataji, would you like to do first? So while she's getting up, we'll recite this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, nice verse. Please repeat. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam. Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. Yasmin Paramahamsya Mekam Amalam. Yasmin Paramahamsya Mekam Amalam. Jnanam Param Giyate. Jnanam Param Giyate. So Srimad Bhagavatam is spotless Puran. It is most dear to Vaishnavas, the devotees of Krishna, because it describes the pure and supreme knowledge of the Paramahamsas, most pure devotee. This Bhagavatam reveals the means of becoming free from material work. We'll continue later. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj used to say that Srimad Bhagavatam must bring a change in your life. If you are reading Srimad Bhagavatam and there is no change in your behavior in your life, then you are just reading it, but you are not accepting the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. So he used to say that whatever you were 1 year ago, you must not be 1 year after if you are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So in my life, Srimad Bhagavatam came 3 or 3.5 years ago. So before I share what changes Srimad Bhagavatam brought in my life, I will share what my life was before Srimad Bhagavatam came in. So some of you already know, I was dealing with the grief of my mother's sudden death. Externally, I was doing everything I was supposed to do, my motherly duties, my duties as a wife, as a daughter-in-law, going to work, everything. But internally, I was unhappy. My mother was a devotee of Krishna, so I was angry on Krishna that he snatched her away from me. So that was the state of mind before Srimad Bhagavatam came into my life. Now, as I said, I was upset with Krishna, so I was not going to temple, we were going very less. And in Bhagavad Gita, in one of the shlokas, Krishna says, Chatur vidha bhajate yomam, janaha sukrituno jana, artha jignasu artharthi gnani, cha bharatarshava. That, O Arjuna, 4 kind of people come to me. Those who are artha, distressed. Those who are artharthi, those who have a desire to get wealth. Those who are kami, those who have those who are gnani, those who have desire for some knowledge, and jignasu, those who are inquisitive. So these 4 kind of people come to me. So as I said, I was artha, I was distressed, and I was artharthi, I will admit. I had material desires, nice home and a comfortable lifestyle. After all, that's all what we came here to Australia for, right? So who doesn't want that? So that was my condition. And as I said, I was angry on Krishna. I wasn't going to temple. Even in my home, the altar room, I wouldn't enter the room. I was that angry. So, but my good husband, he never gave up on me. Every Saturday, he will ask me, shall we go to temple today? And I will make one or the other excuse. I will say, let's go to movie today, let's take the children to the park or movie world, or today there is his friend's birthday party or our social gathering. Somehow or other, I will avoid going to temple. But one Saturday he asked me, and I was so annoyed by his constant nagging. That day I said, okay, let's go, today we'll go. And we went. So all 4 of us went to temple that day. For us, until then, going to temple meant going at the time of Aarti, attend the Aarti, have prasad, come home. But that day somehow we went a little bit early. And as soon as we entered in the temple hall, there was a Bhagavatam class going on. And my respectable Siksha Guru, his name is Viraj, Prabhu, was giving Bhagavatam class. There were not many people in the temple hall, and I precisely remember the verse he was discussing and the pastime he was discussing about the Lord Narasimha Dev's appearance pastime. So, until then I was thinking that God is so cruel that He separates the loved ones from each other. But that day, just in 1 hour, that 1 hour did change my life, because I saw how merciful the Lord is, He was just waiting inside the pillar. As soon as Prahlad said that, yes, my Lord Vishnu is in every atom of the universe, He is inside that pillar as well. As if Narasimhadev was just waiting to hear that, he just tore apart that pillar and he came out to protect Prahlad. So I was trapped in the prison of my grief, and Narasimhadev Bhagavatam gave me the courage to tear apart the bars of that prison and get free. So like that, and next Saturday my husband didn't have to ask me. Before anyone else, I was ready for the temple. I got my children ready. We started going to the temple regularly, found out what the information, when and how we can hear more of Srimad Bhagavatam. And at that time, because Narasimha Jayanti was approaching, Prabhuji was taking a series of classes every night for a fortnight. So it was about 8:30 p.m. or something, and I made a ritual, I made a habit of every day attending those classes. And I even got some links from Prabhuji to join some other Bhagavatam classes in the morning. So I was getting so much taste out of it, And so by constant hearing, then when I saw, Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, I was so fortunate that I got in touch with it, and I was just a newcomer to the spiritual study, but I was so impressed that Srila Prabhupada has given, the Sanskrit words, their meaning, the translation, the purport, his commentaries, so it was very easy to understand for even a newcomer like me. But Srila Prabhupada used to make reference to some Bhagavad Gita shlokas in his purports, and some of the terms were new for me in those Bhagavatam classes. So I used to feel that something is lacking, maybe I'm not starting at the right place. So I thought I need to take a step back and I need to study this Bhagavad Gita that Prabhupada is referring every now and then. So then I, with the mercy of Prabhuji and Shanti Rupa Mataji, Gangeshwar Chaitanya Prabhu, Purna Kushal Mataji, they started coming to our house. We had this Bhakti Vriksha, and we started studying Bhagavad Gita in the Association of Devotees. So it was their mercy. And then I also joined Bhakti Shastri, which is a detailed study of Bhagavad Gita and some other devotional books of Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. So I completed my Bhakti Shastri. Now I've joined Bhakti Vaibhav, which is a formal study of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's how my study, the journey of my study went ahead. And a lot of people, a lot of my friends who know me for a long time, they say that in these 3-4 years, you are a completely new person. So, and a lot of changes. Even my father came to stay with us for a few months recently, and he saw how nicely we were practicing. We were trying to practice Krishna consciousness. Every day attend Srimad Bhagavatam in the morning, do the arati, chanting. So he was really touched, and I have 2 sets of Bhagavatam. One in Gujarati, is my mother tongue, and one in English. So he started, on his own without us telling him. He started, trying on his own, reading. Then on his own, he found out some classes in Hindi about Srimad Bhagavatam. He also started hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And the time he was in our place, he was constantly either hearing some Vaishnava prayers or songs or artis or Srimad Bhagavatam classes, and by Krishna's mercy he also started chanting. Now he is chanting more than 16 rounds. So Srimad Bhagavatam not only changed my life, my children's life, my husband's life, it also changed my father's life. And a lot of friends that came in contact, we tried to give them Srimad Bhagavatam as well. Just like this year we are having Bhagavad campaign, we will always try to tell our friends as well that I just try to pull every friend, beg them on my behalf that please at least once you do come and attend this Bhagavatam class and you yourself see how you feel, what changes you feel. So we try to do that. And when Srila Prabhupada was, this was Srila Prabhupada's mood, this was the essence of this movement. When Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, in the Radha Damodar temple, that was his mood, that this Srimad Bhagavatam should reach to each and every person. in this world. You know, each and every jiva, as it is their fundamental right that they get Srimad Bhagavatam. So in that mood, Srila Prabhupada, he did so many sacrifices. He compiled the first volume of Srimad Bhagavatam, and he was trying to sell, he was trying to convince each and every person he meets to buy the Srimad Bhagavatam. And when Srila Prabhupada had these crates of books with Srimad Bhagavatam with him, he said that now I have the ammunition to conquer the world. So that is the mood of our movement. And so we should have an ocean of admiration for Srimad Bhagavatam. You know, and even if we have a drop of admiration, we will dance in ecstasy. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was the personification of the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. And yet when he used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, he used to be mad and dance in his ecstasy. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling from Jagannath Puri to Bengal, and he passed through a village named Varahanagar. So in that village, there was a Vaishnav, learned Brahman. So he was reciting Srimad Bhagavatam in his house. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed through his house, he heard this Brahman very loudly chanting, reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered his house, and the man was meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the first time. So he was about to get up and greet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu signaled him and said, no, you continue reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat at his feet and started hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And as he was describing the glories of Krishna in Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeling so much ecstasy. You know, his body was trembling, his hair was standing on end, he was rolling on the dust on the floor, and he just kept saying, read Srimad Bhagavatam. So 9 hours passed like this, and after 9 hours, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to his external senses, and he embraced this Brahman with so much love, and said that I have never met someone who recites Srimad Bhagavatam as nicely as you do. And he said that from now on you do nothing else but preaching Srimad Bhagavatam, and I give you the name Bhagavat Acharya, which means the great teacher of Bhagavatam. So, this is the mood of our movement. So Bhadra Purnima is approaching soon. On 18th of September we have this day. On our house, Srimad Bhagavatam came on Akshaya Tritiya day. So Akshaya Tritiya means that whatever activity you do on that day, it never gets kshay, it never ends. So with the mercy of devotees, our reading of Srimad Bhagavatam is still going on. Every morning it is a part of our day. Day feels incomplete if we don't hear Srimad Bhagavatam. And our weekends, straight after here, attending Aarti, I will go home and I will have another class of Srimad Bhagavatam. So I have become like an addict of Srimad Bhagavatam. I can, if I get asked, sometimes they ask you these funny questions. If you are left on a deserted island and you have a choice of taking only one thing with you, what will you take? And I will say Srimad Bhagavatam. Just give me my 18 books and I'm happy. So that's the effect of Srimad Bhagavatam in my life. And before I read Srimad Bhagavatam, I'll just give you a little bit of background. I used to prepare for a very competitive, challenging exam back in India. So to prepare for that exam, you are expected to know a lot of subjects in that exam. So I used to read about a lot of topics. The subjects you choose, they can ask you anything under the sun on these subjects. So in current affairs, so I used to read about 4 to 5 newspapers a day. World history, world geography, the history of religion, the history of different dynasties in India, history of evolution of Bhakti movement in India, Constitution of India, you name it, so many subjects. So I used to read a lot. I have read a lot of books. And I did my master's in science, chemistry, so I was always a studious person. So I have read so many books of my subject as well, but I cannot say any of those books changed my life as Bhagavatam did. So even if you, just that 1 hour, I spent years and years reading those other material books, but just that 1 hour of association with Bhagavatam, it was like, the touchstone, my life was completely changed. And my personality also changed. So yes, I urge all of you, if you don't have Srimad Bhagavatam, it is my personal urge to you that please get it. Get a set of Srimad Bhagavatam, get in contact with the devotees, and they will arrange for a Srimad Bhagavatam set to be installed in your home nicely. And if you have it, and if you are still not reading it, please start joining Srimad Bhagavatam classes. Start the study groups and join us, and you also relish the nectar we are relishing every day. And if you have it, if you already have it, if you are already studying, and if you have already benefited from this Srimad Bhagavatam, it is your duty to share it with your loved ones. So, devotees can even interfere with free will. Krishna doesn't interfere with our free will. Krishna says, Yo yathamam prapadyante tyam tate. So he only reciprocates to a devotee how they come to him. But devotees can even, we can even force, we can even pull our friends and family that please have this Bhagavatam. So if you already benefited from Srimad Bhagavatam, please get a set of Srimad Bhagavatam and gift it to your friends or family and help them make most of this human body. It is said that in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that if the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, the nectar of Krishna Katha doesn't enter your ear holes are as good as a broken conch shell. A human life is useless if it doesn't come in contact with Krishna Katha. So please get Srimad Bhagavatam for yourself, start reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and if you already have it, please try and gift it to your friends or family this Bhadra Purnima. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Vinod Prabhu, would you like to say as well? Okay. Tatra jnana viraga bhakti sahitam nishkarnyama viskritam tat shrinvan supathan vicharana paro bhaktya vimucye naraha. The Srimad Bhagavatam will give us knowledge, jnana, vijnana, realized knowledge which will make us detached, and together with that, bhakti sahitam, devotion, bhakti, love for Krishna. And it will make us nishkarmyam, free from footing activities. And the process of Srimad Bhagavatam is very simple. Here, Shrinvan, Supatan, repeat, and vichar, and just think about the subject matter. And this will make bhaktya vimuchya naraha, will make one liberated. from the miseries that we are undergoing in this cycle of birth and death. Okay.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Little bit louder, practice up. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. All right. I'll offer my obeisances to His Grace Srila Prabhupada, His Grace Sakirai Prabhu, His Grace Viraja Krsna Prabhu, and one of our senior relatives who introduced us to Srimad Bhagavatam years back. Before I can share my realization, let me quote this one verse from Krishna Leela Sattva. Sanatana Goswami is one of the Goswamis who has written this. Mat eka bandho, mat sankim, mat guru, man manaha, dhana, man nistara, mat bhagya, mat ananda, namostute. What does it mean is, let me read out. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O my only friend, O my only companion, O my teacher, O my great wealth, O my deliverer, O my fortune, O my bliss, offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Most of these verses, I think, relates to us as well. Like Bhagavatam has become one of our companions and a friend as well, a teacher, delivers great wealth in terms of knowledge and gives wealth as well in real terms. I think after one of our senior relatives who introduced my wife when she was pregnant for our second daughter, we were introduced and she started studying it as well. And that's where most of her studies went on. But in between, maybe after a couple of months, she had to leave and we just went around the places and as you know, in the materials world, we have to earn something, and so we all came here to Australia. Then for a couple of years, we did not have anything. All of a sudden, we met Sakirai Prabhu in Dayasindhu's Prabhu's residence as such, where he introduced us to Sri Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Then after that was during the COVID period, where again we lost in touch because of the COVID. We couldn't go to the temple, and again we lost in touch with Sakirai Prabhu as well. Then after post-COVID, we got in touch with Viraj Krsna Prabhu, where I think he was giving the. I have noted down Prabhu so that I don't forget. He has given a class on Jagannath Puri in the temple. And after the class, it happened that we sat next to him. It was quite fortunate for us. And especially our daughter liked his lecture very much. And she was saying, ask, what's his name, ask his name, so that we know. So we slowly, I pitched my wife, and she's good in doing that. So she slowly asked, Prabhu, what's your name? So we understood his name, and he was very friendly, as you know. He's quite friendly, and he told us what are the things, and we slowly got introduced. And that's where we got some kind of an idea saying that, okay, why don't we buy. To be honest, as Viraj Prabhu was saying, I never knew what was the difference between Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So I always used to get into which one is what. Then my wife is kind of a mini guru for me. She always tells, no, this is what it is. Try to understand. Then we said, okay, let's buy that. I didn't know what it was when she said, okay, you have to buy it. It will make me happy. I said, okay, fine, let's buy it out. so we bought that. And thanks to Dayasindhu.
How much was it?
I don't remember, Prabhu. To be honest, if I like something, I'll just buy it off. I don't even look at the one. Look at the dollar value. So, Dayasindhu Prabhu and Bhumi Mataji, I think, that's where they said, oh, you buy it, we will sponsor some $50 to it. I said, okay, there's a discount as well, let's buy it all. This is the right opportunity. And Viraj Prabhu said, I can install at your house. Then I said, okay, that's another advantage to it, so let's do that. So it was a very good installation, and Viraj Krsna Prabhu came in and we invited some of our friends. It went on very nicely. And post that we had Chaitanya Prabhu's Charitamrita as well. You came there, Prabhu. So we completed that one as well. So someone said that it's better to have both so that it releases you. So I said, okay, let's do that one as well. So I think, to be honest, after having Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been very fortunate for us to have the book. I wouldn't really say it as a book, it's more of a fortune to have it at your houses. And also, whether it is fortunate or not, I have become part of the Bhagavatam classes, and I have been a lazy bum, to be honest. I will wake up very late. When she is not there, I used to wake up at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock as well. I can sleep as much as I can. But in a way, since Srimad Bhagavatam has come into our picture, we wake up by 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's my duty to start the Zoom call, so I have to start it. So 6:15, I have to start at any point in time. And it happens sometime, she will do the puja and I have to go there, and there will always a tussle, a fight among us. Even now, saying that I will say, at 6:15 I have to start the class, but she will say, no, you have time up to 5 minutes, you just go before the 5 minutes for you to start the class. So that's how it has been like, it has been quite fortunate, it has been quite relishing. And I think since starting the classes, I've never missed any of the classes, which has been good. Even we went for a cruise along with Viraj Krishna Prabhu as well. So we were fortunate, we went to the top floor, had the Wi-Fi connection, we attended the classes. Oh, it was quite nice as such. So let me see if I have missed anything about this. That's right. One more key thing is, we were always thinking of leaving up our jobs because it used to become quite mundane as such. Probably Rahul Prabhu will be able to relate that. He is one of my ex-colleagues. So we were thinking how to do this. I think one of the key things was Srimad Bhagavatam came in and we had to spend some more time with Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So it made some space for us. So I had to resign my job. I went to another job which is quite relishing. They don't really bother whether I'm there or not. I can do some of my own things. I record the sessions and upload it whenever I get some time, which is quite nice. So that means there is some space being made by Krishna for us, where we can do our duties and relish Srimad Bhagavatam as well. And it was the same thing for her as well. She had to be physically at school, but since she left the job, she gets 3 days of her time at home, which means she can spend more time with Krishna. That's one of the other key things that changed our lives. The other one is our elder daughter. She does say that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But my younger one has been quite good. She likes Viraj Krishna Prabhu's lectures especially. So she has started coming to Srimad Bhagavatam classes. And you all should really attend on Sundays at least at 7:30. There are some devotees whom I can see who attend at 7:30 in the morning. It's quite relishing, and this is where you will really get the connections with Prabhujis like Sakira Prabhu and Viraj Krishna Prabhu, and you can ask them any questions. When they are busy during these times, they will never answer you. But when they have their relaxation time, they can always answer. So 7:30 in the morning, every day, every Sunday, it's good. Or if you want to attend the 6:30 morning class, you are all welcome to attend. And I would say better by Srimad Bhagavatam. It might cost you a few $100 where you can switch over to Netflix, watch some new movies, and you don't have to go to movie theaters, which cost you $50 to $60 per family. And instead you buy the Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be relishing for all of you. I think the other key thing is part of our life, Krishna has become one of our family members as well. So we do it in and around. We bought a new car and we kept the name as Kana as well. And I feel proud. Before to do Japamalas, I used to feel a little bit shy. Whether people will see me and what they will think about me. Now I don't really care. Whenever we take the public transport, we do the japas. At least I'll finish some 4 rounds of it, which makes it better. So I think slowly all your bad things will go away and you will start doing better things. And people have been asking, why don't you wear dhoti? Still I'm on pants, but sometime it will go away as well.
We'll get a dhoti there.
So people have given me dhoti as well, but it is just me being lazy and I don't know, something is really holding me back. Probably I'll start wearing it at some point in time. Hare Krishna, that's all I had.
It's very enlightening hearing from devotees of their experiences with Srimad Bhagavatam. As you can see, Vinod Prabhu is very honest person, very lively person. Srimad Bhagavatam makes one more fulfilled. He's a very jovial person. So before Srimad Bhagavatam, he was jovial, but with Srimad Bhagavatam, is even more jovial. Whatever you have, Srimad Bhagavatam will give you infinitely more, and whatever you don't need, bad things, Srimad Bhagavatam will immediately take it away. Very nicely Srimad Bhagavatam says, Yasyam Vaishruyamanam Krishna Parma Purushe. Srimad Bhagavatam is about Krishna, Supreme Lord. Tadaha Satyo Vimuchyeta Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Immediately, the lamentation, misery, and fear goes away when Srimad Bhagavatam is here. So we'll have Milka Mataji. You'd like to give, your realizations. Milka Mataji, just a bit of background. You can come, please sit. She's from a Christian background. So she has been raised, as a Christian. And first time she came in touch with Krishna consciousness through devotee Sakirai Prabhuji, and she has been coming to this Sangha, this association, since the inception of this Bhakti Yoga Center. So I'll let Mataji speak her realizations.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. As Prabhu already gave my background, I am from a Christian family, so I don't mostly know anything about it. But once I started coming to this center, Hare Krishna Temple, Burbank, and I started my Bhakti Vriksha, I came to know about Krishna, and it attracted me a lot. I would say about my journey with the holy book Srimad Bhagavatam is during the Kartik month, when Prabhu started that we'll have morning sessions of Srimad Bhagavatam on Damodar Leela, and during Kartik month we all want mercy, right? Everyone says you get thousands times more mercy, so you're like, yeah, I'm up for it, I'm getting more mercy. But the first thing that I did, as Prabhu said, nobody knows the difference between Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So the first thing I was, searching on Google, the difference between both of that. So, and then, those sessions were so relishing for me. I learned so much during those sessions. So, I'm so much grateful for His Grace Viraj Krsna Prabhu, that, they started these classes and made me, get my journey started with Srimad Bhagavatam. Also during those time, it happened that I was studying Prabhupada's Lilamrita, and it was that pastime where, Prabhupada in Vrindavan spending nights writing Srimad Bhagavatam, and I had immense gratitude for him because it felt like he spent his days and nights writing the purport and translation so that a sinful person like me can understand Srimad Bhagavatam, which I don't think I can even understand or even I can read. I remember the conversation I had with Viraj Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, how do you speak all these shlokas? How do you understand all of this? I can't even speak Sanskrit properly. So I had immense gratitude for him that, I'm so much, he have bestowed so much mercy on me, a sinful person like me, that I'm even able to, read Srimad Bhagavatam. And during those sessions, what I learned was no wonder if you endeavor to get Krishna, he will come to you. So I would really suggest you to go and watch those sessions. I was just reading my notes in the morning that I had during those Kartik months, and I was like, oh, I have so much written in it. I don't know what I will speak from this. So I would say, I would highly suggest everyone, please go and watch those sessions. Relish those sessions. You will feel like, where are you? Like it's amazing. I can't describe it in my word. And then when Prabhu decided, okay, we'll have our sessions every day in the morning, I was like, oh, that's amazing. 6:30 is the best time. I am, in the bus or train, going for work, have to reach work at 7:30. This is the perfect timing. And that was amazing. Like, if someone would give me the book and if I have to read it on my own, I don't think I would be reading it. And I don't think I may be even able to understand it. But, Prabhu, Viraj Krishna Prabhu, Sakhirai Prabhu, Bhaumai Mataji, and all the other devotees who wakes up, who prepares the lectures, so much gratitude for them. They understand me in so much simple language that I don't think I'll be able to understand anytime. I don't have much of a knowledge, I would say, of Srimad Bhagavatam, but the most amazing things that I have learned till now, I will just note down in few points. Brahma's prayer, it taught me that whatever situation comes in my life, they are all due to my past deeds. And if I patiently wait for His mercy while offering my heart, words and body, I am surely will be eligible for His mercy and liberation. The Shloka Tantenu Kampam Susamikshamano. Srimad Bhagavatam through Narad Muni taught me how practically by simply serving and hearing about Krishna from the spiritually evolved soul with proper eagerness and humility will help me eradicate the coverings of my ignorance. Through Kunti Maharani, it taught me, no wonder whatever catastrophic situation comes in my life, I should never lose my faith in Krishna. Kunti Maharani prayers also helped me meditate upon Krishna's form, like different shlokas, like Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nanda Gopa Kumaraya, Govindaya Nama Namaha. Even while in midst of my work, or in the train, or when I'm cooking, I always meditate on the forms of Krishna, and it helps me to remember Krishna in whatever mundane activities I'm doing. And that's very amazing. Before, when I'm cooking or I'm in a train, I might be watching any series, or I might be watching movies or listening to Bollywood songs. But this has helped me to meditate upon Krishna even while doing mundane activities. Srimad Bhagavatam taught me through Bhishma Pitama that I have to fix my mind on Lord Krishna. I'm a very much of an overthinker. I will overanalyze stuff, I will overthink everything, and I'll make a big mess about it, which is nothing. But it helped me to understand that, you don't need to worry. If people don't like you, if people don't love you, you don't need to worry. You just fix your mind, you fix your words, your hearts on Krishna, and at the end of the day, everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. They will eventually love you. So, it has also helped me to pacify my anger. I get angry very easily, but now I think I try to, I try to analyze the situation, like what is happening, what Krishna wants to tell me in this situation, and then I'll act accordingly. At the end I would just say I'm very much fortunate enough to be surrounded around senior Vaishnavas who have bestowed immense mercy on a sinful person like me, and I don't think I am able to even sit over here and speak anything. So thank you so much.
We'll have Anna Mataji. So it's like we've been hearing from devotees that Srimad Bhagavatam is actually, you can see, very practical. All problems, any problems we have in our life, we'll find it in Srimad Bhagavatam, but not the problems, the solutions to those problems. Problems, you'll find it there. All the devotees went through so many problems. Someone is addicted, you'll find a solution to it in Srimad Bhagavatam. If someone's suffering, you'll find a solution in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam will tell you a practical way of what the problem is and how you can practically resolve that problem. And we can see from the testimony of devotees. Thank you, Anna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. I would firstly like to thank Viraj Krishna Prabhu for giving me the opportunity about speaking my experience after welcoming Krishna at my home in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm surely not a public speaker, but I couldn't resist myself in not speaking about my experiences. I did take, when Viraj Krishna Prabhu approached me, like, you have to speak for this, and I replied, I did think about it because I was not a public speaker, and I was like, how can I speak? But then part of me is like, I do want to speak about my experiences that I had. So I did take some time to reply to him back, but eventually I did agree to that. So this one goes back to my childhood. So since childhood, we used to watch a lot of religious serials about different great personalities like Lord Shiva and like Lord Vishnu and everything. And one thing since my childhood, I was confused, or what caught my attention was that Lord Shiva, he's meditating, but who is he meditating on? Lord Vishnu is sleeping, but on Sheshnag, he's meditating. Who is he meditating on? Lord Brahma. So, and I kept thinking, I was like, surely there should be a personality who has more power combined of the three great personalities, and there should be someone who's controlling all this. And then it was confusing to me, as if they were calling them the God, then who is God meditating on? So, so I was very convinced that there is someone above them that they are meditating on. And then on the other side, I'm very fortunate that I used to follow. I used to follow a different spiritual path that where we used to believe in Lord Krishna. We used to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And there Krishna openly claims that I am the Supreme God. So that also adds more question to it. So it brought more questions to my mind. As what we think, previously we used to think, is that Krishna was an incarnation of Vishnu. That's how my thinking was. So part of me is thinking is, why is Krishna openly claiming that I am the Supreme Personality when, why is he not giving the credit to Vishnu? So that brought more questions to my mind as to why am I not understanding, what is it that I'm missing? But, I really believed in Krishna even at that time, but I just didn't know how to prove it. How, if someone asked me, like, how would you believe? I believe in Krishna, but how do I make some other person believe what I'm believing? That question had buried in me for a very long time since childhood. And fast forward 20 years plus later, last year when during Bhadra Purnima, I had a very strong desire after the class to get Srimad Bhagavatam at my place, and I started reading it. And guess what the first chapter is about the creation. So it's like Krishna giving me the answer that I have been looking since my childhood. like how Krishna is the source of all incarnations and how the universe was created and so much more. I couldn't believe that what I have been searching for a very long time was finally found. And that I was reading non-stop. I used to tell Viraj Prabhu that I have been reading it non-stop because it has answered the question I had that buried in me. But because since childhood, like there's so much other distractions, but you don't get to know until like it comes back. It kept coming back. The question kept coming back, but I didn't know how to where to look for the answer. And finally, I got my answers. As I continue to learn about the great personalities like Sage Narad, we listen to about Sage Narad as general, but never heard about his past life, how he became Sage Narad. So that was very an eye-opener for me as well. About Queen Kunti, Bhishma Pita, I realized that my perspective of looking at them has changed a lot. Sakira Prabhu in one of his classes said that we should, all these great personalities are playing their roles in Krishna's pastimes, and we shouldn't be judging about what they have done, because all they're doing is they're playing their roles. So there's so much more to learn from there, and one thing I have realized is that the more I read the Srimad Bhagavatam, the less I know, and that is encouraging me to read more and more of Srimad Bhagavatam. I feel like I've wasted so much time in other material things which I do not wish to do now. So I highly encourage everyone to welcome Krishna in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam in their lives and see how Krishna takes charge. When we look at it, when we say, we tell someone to install Srimad Bhagavatam, they see it as so many books. But as we start reading it, we do develop a taste that is not explainable. Like we always take an example of gulab jamun. Yeah, so gulab jamun, like the person eating it is the only person who understands how moist, how tasty, how sweet it is. And that's the same thing, like me telling you how my experience is different than me explaining it to the other person who has not relished it. So you can also get the same taste if you have Srimad Bhagavatam. And so how I started reading it was like, because I became very attached to it because it was giving me the answers that I've been wanting for. So I was reading it any time of the day. But then slowly I realized that I created a routine. And then came the 21-day challenge. So in the 21-day challenge, I decided that I will be reading Srimad Bhagavatam 10 pages minimum before I go to bed. And that created a routine for me, which became a habit. Unknowingly, my thinking process has changed a lot. Like the things that would agitate me some time back, they don't agitate me as much more. By taking one decision of bringing Krishna into our home, we can see his reciprocation 10 times in our lives. It's hard to explain what we are experiencing. If you already have Srimad Bhagavatam at home, I highly recommend at least you get one set to give someone and give them the privilege of experiencing the same bliss that we are experiencing. And you never know, next year where I am sitting, that same devotee would be sitting sharing their experiences just because one of us has decided to take up one set to give one of our friends. So now we always after saying all this, we always believe that we should practice what we preach, and charity begins at home. So I have decided, like on Bhadra Purnima, I will be buying one set to give to one of my friends and let Krishna do the magic in their lives.
So, one of the things that Mataji mentioned, that we can describe as much as we want that Srimad Bhagavatam is this, Srimad Bhagavatam is that, Srimad Bhagavatam will do this. But unless you take the gulab jamun in your mouth and put it, all that actually will be just a theory. So similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam itself says, Pibata Bhagavatam, we have to drink this Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam furthermore says, Parasparam Tvat Gunavada Sidhu. Srimad Bhagavatam is an intoxicating nectar. But this intoxication is not like the intoxication of beer or wine or alcohol. That gives you more misery. People come wake up with a, what they say, hangover. There is no hangover in Srimad Bhagavatam. This intoxicating nectar actually will release us from the misery. So we'll have Radha Shanti Rupa Mataji. This is the last offering, and then we'll do Arati. But as you know, I'll take inspiration from Kadamkana Maharaj. He said, actually, this is glorification of Krishna. It's same as Arati. So to that effect, we'll hear from Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Bring the mic closer to you, Mataji.
I was asked to speak 1 hour before this, so I'm very nervous, but I'll try my best. Okay. So our journey of Srimad Bhagavatam started in 2010 when we were in Middle East. In 2010, we were in Middle East. There started our journey in Srimad Bhagavatam. We met a group of devotees. As you know, in Middle East countries, we are not allowed to practice Hinduism or more precisely, idol worship. Lucky enough for us, Krishna's blessings, we came in contact with some devotees from ISKCON. They invited us for Friday morning Bhagavatam class. And it's not easy because there is a step like you start with Namahata, you get introduced to Krishna conscious and all that. But we were given the highest taste of attending Srimad Bhagavatam class on a Friday morning. The sweetest of all, the classes were in my favorite language, which was not English, it was in Tamil. So my Siksha Guru was a Tamilian. So the whole Srimad Bhagavatam, thanks to Srila Prabhupada, because he has got Srimad Bhagavatam in multiple languages, in Malaysian language, Chinese, Tamil, Malayalam and all that. So we had the opportunity to release Bhagavatam in Tamil. So it attracted me very much to listen to Bhagavatam because it was in my own language. And my Siksha Guru delivered it so well. And I was very, very happy listening to Bhagavatam in Tamil. As a beginner, I loved all the classes. I had a sense of belonging where I hear the classes in Tamil. My head always said, Krishna is Tamil too. So it's not English.
9 years in Burbank.
So, and then
We won't go into that argument.
we had chance to host Srimad Bhagavatam classes in our own house. Later, we opened the doors for all devotees to come and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam in the house. Because in Middle East, you can't do, there is no temple, everything is undercover. If they catch you, that means they deport you from the country. So it's very, you need to do it very carefully. But we had the chance of getting Krishna conscious from Middle East through Bhagavatam. So it was very, very special and very, very close to our heart. So in Brisbane, how it impacted our family, we are a family of 4. So every Sunday morning, we try to come for Bhagavatam class as family of 4. So and when we go home, as the mother, I would always ask the children, okay, what's the point that you like? So the children will also participate and tell us what they liked about Bhagavatam. And we used to have many discussions about Srimad Bhagavatam. Last year, this is very, very special. Last year during Damodar month, we introduced the journey in Srimad Bhagavatam Zoom class. So I think that was the best thing we could ask for. My morning begins with chanting a few rounds, then listening to the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is short and sweet, 30 minutes class at your own leisure. As I cook or drive, get kids ready, or whatever I do, I can listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. Better still, if I would have missed for the day, thank you to Prabhu, he would have recorded that in YouTube, and I get to listen while I'm working. So that's really, really great about Srimad Bhagavatam. So we started with Canto 10 and then moved on to Canto 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are in Chapter 10 of Canto 1, Chapter 10 of Bhagavatam now. I don't like memorizing verses, unfortunately. That's not me. I am a teacher in the kids class, but I don't like memorizing. I don't like to force anyone to do anything. So do it with your heart. I don't like forcing anybody to do anything. If
Except
you
for
are,
our own children.
So, you are sitting here, you might be thinking all of us have spoken, but I would say listen to your heart. If you desire that you want Bhagavatam, you will get that Bhagavatam in your house. It will come to you. Krishna will send it. Somehow or other, it will come to your house. You just need to desire. You don't need to even a wish. You just make a wish. The Bhagavatam will come to your house. So, what impact it brought to me, the best was Kunti Maharani prayers, which we just finished. So, because I don't like memorizing, so I told myself, it's okay. World won't come to an end. We will listen to Kunti Maharani prayers every day. So, as I start my work, I get to work from home 3 days a week. So, I listen to a soothing YouTube Kunti Maharani prayers. And I have so much so memorized like 10 verses by just listening every day. So that's really a good thing that I've done. And I just love it. And I am a very structured person. I cannot read something and understand. So I need to see flow charts because I'm an accountant. So I need to see flow charts and everything. So I've got this book. After reading Bhagavatam, I have this book and I go through this book at night before I go to sleep. They say read 10 pages, but I don't read 10 pages because it doesn't suit my nature. So I look at these flow charts and diagrams so that it gets into the understanding that I want. So what I'm trying to say is, if your nature is such, you can always tailor-make Srimad Bhagavatam to whatever you want. Okay. Just a few weeks ago, I had a great loss. So what made me become so strong, and I'm still sitting here talking to all of you. So one of the prayers that I just loved in Kunti Maharani, because I've been listening to it every day. So I just love this one verse, 1.8.25. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated birth and death again. So yeah, that verse really made a big impact in my life in these few weeks. So thank you to Srimad Bhagavatam. And one more verse that I liked in Kunti Maharani prayers. I don't want to go into the detail, but I just love the rhyming lyrics of it. Nama Pankaja Nabaya, Nama Pankaja Marini, Nama Pankaja Nekraya, Namaste Pankajangre. So that was, I love that prayers, and I say that prayers every day. Don't ask me why, but I love saying it because it's so rhyming and it's so soothing to my heart. Lastly, I would like to say, welcome Srimad Bhagavatam into your house. Give it as a gift to somebody who deserves, because you don't know how it changes. I have seen with my own eyes gifting Bhagavatam has changed a lot of people's life. But I don't want to continue talking and bore everyone. But thank you so much for giving me
Jai.
this.
Grandpa Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hare.
So actually myself, I got Srimad Bhagavatam as a gift from my father for my 21st birthday. And that changed my life. So, we'll attend Aarti, but we have Srimad Bhagavatam at the back. There is special offer. Usually Srimad Bhagavatam is $300, but 2 people have sponsored $50 each towards it. So today until Bhadra Purnima campaign, Srimad Bhagavatam is $200 only. And it's a box of 18 books. Don't be daunted by it, because Krishna is very attractive. Srimad Bhagavatam will attract you. You don't need to be attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Let's stand up for Arati. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.